Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MRQ is done and the first points for the first major are solidified, so the clown car has now begun. I thought it would be after the first major, but I didn't think about the fact that it kind of starts now because everybody gets their invites and their points for the MRQ, so now it's just on. So sources G2 target Hades loan as Mondesi nears Falcons move. They're going to be talking with Monty to get Hades to loan, I imagine, up until the major. I'm just trying to see, does it have a timeline? I'm trying to skim through this. See, what I don't get is why are they scrambling? Is like, surely Falcons wasn't dead set on keeping Dexter when they're signing Mondesi, right? Like, dude, you're already getting Mondesi for the highest buyout ever. You're really going to tell me you couldn't just say, can we just get Dexter for free? Why not just say, listen, you pay for Mondesi, you buy him out, but also you pay Dexter's salary and he plays for us at the major. Dude, it's like, do they just not want Dexter that badly? I mean, I say this as somebody that's been super critical of Dexter too. Like, I feel like he's actually been doing fine. I mean, the stats are going to look really fucked because of how shit Falcons look at this event, but whatever. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's 1.0, he's plus 60. Dude, I feel like this really got fucked up though because of this last event, bro. Dude, what if I do last month? Yeah. Bro, what? Jesus Christ. Dude, yeah. See this? Oh man, that's actually, wait, what happens if I, wow, that doesn't fucking, dude, this roster is so scuffed. But anyway, I mean, I think Hades is good. I haven't watched Hades much in CS2, so I'm not going to like pretend like I have some super unique opinion on him. I thought Hades was always actually really good in Go. I think that when you just put him versus the top 10 teams in the world, top 5, because that's, to his credit, every team he opted for a while there was getting to that point, and then they were like, you're not really getting it done. But up to that point, he was actually doing really well. So I don't know where he's at in CS2. I'm just kind of surprised that quote unquote G2 is scrambling. I don't know if that's really like, cause yeah, like, I don't know, like, why wouldn't you just get Dexter? Be like, hey, can you just like give us Dexter for a few months for the major and call it a day? Like, am I missing something? Maybe I am. I probably am. There has to be a reason that they can't just have Dexter, basically. Yeah, but even if you want to rebuild, why not just get Dexter on loan? Maybe Dexter didn't want to. Okay, that's fair. That's actually fair. Maybe Dexter wants to go to a team where he can actually feel like he's playing on a team. That's legit. That's actually a fair point. Like, he might not want to be a stand-in. I think this won't be a long-term thing, though. I'd be a little surprised unless Hades absolutely just goes fucking apeshit for them. Which, in his defense, I've seen him do, actually. So, he could play his way into a contract, which I don't know. This just seems so scuffed, man. We went from G2 going, we're building around Mondesi. You know, it's okay that we lose Nico because we're building for the future, to they let Shuhei go to loan on Liquid. Feels like they're kind of content with the roster that they had. But when you do this, okay, so you're G2, right? We're building around Mondesi, blah, 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 right? But then, like, you see this team and you see this team playing the way that they are, and then you have this team. I just don't think it's, like, the same, right? Now, I guess that's maybe, but, like, even, you know, these are the teams that are above them right now, and actually in VRS, I think there's more above them. I just don't really, I mean, Mongols is struggling this tournament at the moment, but they are ahead of, like, I still think these two teams will kind of pass them as well eventually. It's just there's not really a bright looking future for G2 unless Mondesi just hard carries them for the rest of time. They're not set up that well. Like, the idea that Malbs is going to take over Nico's roles is cool in the sense of he plays his positions, but it's very obvious on the exit interviews and everything else that they just were not set up to actually properly deal with Nico leaving. And people and asking Malbs to do all of that shit was actually like kind of insane, if I'm being honest. Hey, dude, just be Nico now. That's just so unrealistic. Like, it's just, even if Malbs, like, it's you're just gonna, and honestly, what you did now is you probably made Malbs a worse player, right? You're like fucking with his confidence. He's probably second guessing himself. Now you're making the problem worse. So, like, you're asking him to do too much. Now he's doing too much. Now he loses confidence in what he's doing. And now you're making absolutely this entire roster worse because of it, when he's probably your second best player on this roster. Yeah, I don't know. I think I think this major. So this major is definitely cooked for G2, unless some just crazy fucking thing goes on. I'd be surprised if G2 even gets like out of groups. I'm stun locked, man. They literally have. You need to go take some gambles and borderline just like start from the ground up again. The problem is and why that's not going to happen is they need to keep 3 players for their VRS. This idea that they're going to just completely blow up this roster and rebuild again is not realistic because there's major stickers on the line and they need to keep 3 players there for the points. Like, whoa, so I guess you keep Hunter, Malbs, Heavy God, but then like that doesn't. Okay, then like you have to get an IGL, but like you kind of want to get Kiyosuk, but that you don't have an operator. Like it's so fucked. It's just this team is so cooked right now. They are absolutely fucking fried.